Welcome everyone to Kiwiradio.nz, your weekly showcase of what's independent, what's alternative, and what's new. Coming from New Zealand, all around the world. How you doing? It's 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. right now in New Zealand, Tuesday, 27th May, 2025. And we've got a wonderful guest today who I think is super, super talented. It's Steffany Beck. But let me not introduce her. Let's just do a little sting that we did and get that to introduce her. Kiwiradio.nz.
Hey guys, this is Steffany Beck.
Country Strong says it all, and it's burning.
Country Strong by Steffany Beck is brand new and playing on high rotation at Kiwi Radio. Steffany Beck is a country pop singer-songwriter from New Zealand. Find all things music on her Instagram, Spotify and Linktree as Steffany_Beck.
Sing it proud, country's cool again. Ride it hard.
Yes, good evening and welcome to Kiwiradio.nz, your weekly showcase of what's new in New Zealand. And we've got the wonderful Steffany on the phone right now. How you doing, Steph?
I am so good, Ralphie. How are you?
Partying.
It's so funny because I can see you on the live stream now, but you can't see me, so I kind of feel a little bit creepy right now. But it's good.
It's like looking into
in
Peeping Tom, right? Ooh, I'm fully clothed though. I'm fully clothed.
That is good. I can see totally into your room, which is awesome. You've got so much gear in there. Goodness.
Yeah, it's rock and roll in here. And by the way, if you are on the YouTube, right here is the wonderful CD that I got from your JB Hi-Fi performance when you were in Auckland. So there in the yellow car thing there. So I put it there for you. Now we had a little bit of a hiccup at the start of the show because I forgot that we reset passwords, so I had to do that and try and do it within the time frame that we had. But we're here. We made it. So welcome.
We made it. Country rock and roll. Love
How
it.
you doing?
I'm literally just on cloud nine at the moment. This new song has just been so incredible, and there's been so many things going on, like just the response. It's just been so great.
Yeah, well, tell us what your last 2 weeks have been like then.
Well, the week of the release, I actually went up to Auckland. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to catch up, but I'm glad you reached out. I was just up there for radio interviews and promos, and I don't know if anyone caught the breakfast show on the morning of the 9th of May, day of release, but I got interviewed on live TV and had to perform the song live on TV, so that was insane and exciting. Thanks, guys.
Nice. I caught it all, by the way.
Fun.
I caught the breakfast show. I caught the 13th floor episode. I caught everything, basically.
Oh my goodness, Hard Out fan. Love it.
Since the release of... I liked your music. Then I like the CD that I have here called Pillars. It's a wonderful CD with great artwork. You should definitely go get it. But since Country Strong, oh boy, have I been a fanboy. So congratulations on that release. It's quite the number. And shout-outs to Nick on guitar. But has it been the same team since your Pillars CD?
So exciting times, because that's the thing with different projects. You kind of get different people who bring different flavors and all kinds of stuff. But I worked with my longtime collaborator, Nick Burson, who you've had on your show before. And you met when you came up for the shows, the JB Hi-Fi last year for our tour. He and I have been writing songs together for a wee while, and with this song, Country Strong, we were just literally just hanging out in the living room, just like, we need to write a cool song. And he played the guitar riff, which you guys will hear shortly, on Country Strong, and I was like, whoa, what was that? Play that again. And he played it again. I was like, oh, this is something. This is really something. And so we just it just started unfolding while we're in the living room, and I just felt like the words were like pouring out of me. And when inspiration strikes, because you're an artist as well, when inspiration strikes, it really strikes, and this one was like lightning. And it's just kind of been a whirlwind since then. And I actually had different producers for this song. I don't know if you've had a chance to even listen or hear about them, in Andy and Victoria Knopp, who are also known as The Response, and they're just incredible to work with. So they really helped bring the production to life for this one, which was really cool.
That's what makes the song special, I think, because I think of really great bands like Queen, right, where you've got a really nice vocalist, very powerful. The song itself is amazing, very well written. Then you have that guitarist that just chef's
Let
kiss.
it rip.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I am picturing you guys getting giddy when you were writing it. So it sounds like it was a lot of fun, and it continues to be quite fun. It's definitely a standout song in your catalog. So I'm very excited to plug it here on the station. Now we are going to amp up our set and make that one the last one. We've got a 3-song set today from you. And if you're new to the podcast, we're all about the artist storytelling. We get the artists in the hot seat, and they tell us their heart goals, their whatever since making this music. So that's what it's all about. So are you ready to get started?
Let's do it. Let's dive
Now,
in.
we're going to revisit some of your other catalog as well, because some people are new to your music. So Foot Down is the first track I've got here on the CD player. Tell me about this one.
So Foot Down has a real special place in my heart, because that song, when with writing it, really kind of for me symbolizes the changeover from basically becoming a little bit more of a shyer artist, kind of caring about what people think, to literally not caring at all. And literally just kind of like taking over my full artist freedom of creative control and drawing a line in the sand saying, this is who I am, this is what you're gonna get, and if you don't like it, hey, that's cool. So that song is like my ultimate empowerment track, and I absolutely love performing that song. And I usually perform that song first in my shows, because it's kind of like my dramatic entry into the set of the whole song, or
the
unveiling
of Steffany Beck.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth. Exactly. So
have you thought about entering with like a towel and stuff, and then you just kind of or the Lady Gaga when she did one Grammys where she came out in an egg or something? Have you thought about that?
Yeah. I
a big cowboy hat, like something that's over the top.
So over the top. Well, we've got a show coming up, and Christchurch was waiting for the date on this one.
Yes.
Another one. There's a few we'll talk about, but we have the opportunity to like use lights in the whole stage and everything at will, however we want.
Yes.
So we're like thinking that there will be like a super dark, moody.
In New Zealand, he's like, Ralph, go to like door number 3 and we'll get you in. So anyways, I remember the start of the show, they put on like a CD track, and it was almost like a start of a movie, because it was a very cinematic orchestra thing. And then the band walked in. It was fun. So maybe something like that. Who knows? You're probably already doing that, because you're one of the most professional musicians I've come across, and I'm very excited. 2025, 2026 is the year of Steffany Beck. It's just getting started. So, and congratulations on all the, charting and the hits and the whatnot. So, remember, she started off OG on Kiwi Radio. So let's get started with Foot Down. And anything else to add before I play it?
Hope you guys enjoy it. Put your foot down and let's listen.
Cool. Tuned into Kiwiradio.nz, simulcast tonight on upfm.co.nz. Want to say also a special shout out to our sponsor, Musician Buddy app.
Stick up, stand up for myself. Foot down. I put my foot down. Yeah, I put my foot down. I put my foot down. Foot down, got my foot down, got my foot down. Yeah, foot down, got my foot down, got my foot down, foot down. I got my foot down, nobody pushes me around, got my stance now. Stick up, stand up for myself.
You're tuned in to Kiwiradio.nz. We have the wonderful Steffany Beck joining us this episode, a very talented singer and songwriter from New Zealand with very relentless work ethic, I have to say, Steph, because you're just onto it, right? You're just so onto it. We make requests and you give us voice intros for the station and you're just always doing something to progress your music, and it really shows. Like it doesn't go unnoticed. So, and I think that's why you're reaching new milestones for the year, including, if you want to check out Steffany Beck and her full band, you're going to be playing in Christchurch on the Go Live Festival. But you were saying earlier there was other gigs that you want to announce too?
Well, I don't have necessarily the other dates for other ones coming up, but that big one is Go Live Festival at the Christchurch Town Hall on the 23rd of August. It's going to be epic. There's like 20 other artists on the bill. It's going to be really massive.
Yeah, you're talking Tadpole, you're talking big New Zealand bands. Shout out to Chris Young if you see him in the green room, and tell him Ralphie says hello. We go way back. But also, not name dropping, I'm going to be saying this 5 years from now, saying I knew Steffany Beck as well. Because, so it's very exciting. Very, very exciting.
It's all very exciting.
The next song...
And your Sarah as well.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The next song is a nod to one of your, inspirations, Dolly Parton.
Well, this one, I actually have to tell you a follow-up story from when this song was released. So you guys will never believe me, but that month that I released What Would Dolly Do last year, before I went on my national tour, and that's when Ralphie and I met when I came up to Auckland, which was so cool. I literally put it out there to the universe. I was like, if there's any way that Dolly could hear the song, Dolly Parton, of course, is who we're talking about, or anyone from her team somehow, I just wanted her just to know how much I just appreciate her and all that she does for country music and also humanity. She's just such a cool person. So I just kind of put that out there. And so the first performance, I performed it live. I was in a small town in Christchurch, it's a place called Rangiora for those who've been around here. I was performing the song, What Would Dolly Do? And I was introducing it and talking about how I love Dolly. And you'll never guess who was in the audience.
Dolly Parton?
Oh my gosh, well, I would have just died and gone to heaven. No, it wasn't her, but someone from her current team, her current publicist, who she's been working with for the last 20 years.
What was she doing in New Zealand and in that town?
Well, he so crazy song about Dolly, and he loved the song. And so from there, I was on his radar. Fast forward a couple months later. So after I do the whole tour, the EP pillars, charts, and all that kind of stuff, I apply for this new initiative based in Christchurch called Live and Local, which is created from the Isaac Theatre Royale, which is an amazing initiative to help unsigned artists get the opportunity to be paired up, mentored, and work with big music industry people. And I saw that his name was on the list, and I was like, wait a second. I know that name, and I noticed, oh, he follows me online. He's been following me and commenting on the music things about like the song and the EP and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, no way. It's like, oh, that's so crazy. So anyways, long story short, he picked me. I'm the very first artist to be a part of this program, and he chose me to work with. And so now I'm working with someone in Dolly Parton's camp.
Can we shout out a first name?
Yeah. Oh, his name's Steve Guest. So yeah, he's awesome.
Well,
it's been
part
so
of your
great.
Biography now. He's actually he was the one that said you're one of the hardest working musicians here on the biography, the press release. So yeah, and it really shows. It doesn't go unnoticed. Trust me, because I've seen a lot of musicians through the podcast, and every now and then you see a gold nugget, and I think Steffany Beck, you've got the stars coming up for you, so I wish you the best, and I hope that Steve is part, one of those guys
that part of the journey.
Yeah, gets you as part of the journey. And thank you also for joining our marketing campaign, because we are a little indie radio station as well. So we've been plugging you as sort of like our A-list as well. So.
Oh my goodness! Thank you. It's amazing.
Yeah, we do what we can, and I'm just really excited to uncover wonderful music, and also. I hope you get a hat sponsorship. This is a really random question, but your hat wardrobe is amazing. I actually went into a store one time, and I wanted to buy a hat, and I CC'd my wife and some friends, and I'm like, do I get the hat? And only one guy out of 20 said to go get it. And someone said, as long as the hat doesn't make the man, or something like that. Do you even know what that means? I don't know. But
No.
So I'm getting a lot of hat envy is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, mate.
Anyways. So as I was saying, that's a wonderful follow-up story. Was there more to the story?
Well, it's to be continued.
Okay.
So I guess I'll have to keep you posted on what's coming next. But
Nice.
I think the stars are definitely aligning since I'm in Dolly Parton's camp that, hopefully I might get to meet her soon. Who knows? We'll see.
The thing is, like, I think I heard you say this on the 13th Floor interview or something like that, where you said that country is becoming cool again. And
100%.
I totally, since you said that, I've been spinning more country records, like just for my own personal like pleasure and stuff, because wonderful CD collection in the background, and I'm like thinking, you know what, country is great because it's all about this art of storytelling, isn't it? I think there's so much work that goes into even just the lyrics, right? It's like the whole Bob Dylan thing. You're a poet, and so speaking of the lyrics part of songwriting, what do you gravitate towards in terms of themes, in terms of what's happening in your life?
That's such a great question. And you're right. Well, going back to country really quick, so cool right now. And I love that it's a storytelling way of songwriting, and also with some really can be like country music can be like the saddest songs ever, but also like some of the happiest, like foot tapping, jamming down to it. So it just has every emotion. I love the diversity of country music. But now go back to your lyric question. I get inspired by so many different things. Like it could be something literally a thought that pops into my head, which actually happens all the time. This might make me sound a little bit like a crazy person, but I find that songs are constantly coming and going like traffic in my mind. And I literally just have to capture them, I guess at a red light or whatnot, when they come and record them. And what would Dolly do? I think I might have mentioned it last time we caught up, was that literally I was standing backstage about to perform my first headliner show. And I had like 5 minutes to spare. And I was like, just thinking, okay, right, I'm going to get myself amped up before going on stage. What's going to be my theme song that I want to sing to myself? And I was thinking of an existing song, but nothing came to mind. And then I just kind of let my mind go blank. and just like, okay, well, what's going to come? And the thought came randomly, what would Dolly do? And that's how the song was born. And then from there, I was like, oh, that's such a cool idea. And I just started writing the song while I was backstage, waiting to go on stage. And then I had to, like, after the show, run back to the dressing room and write it all down. So, like, I just don't know. It's so random sometimes. Like, you know, it could be having a conversation with someone. Like, actually, Lainey Wilson's Country's Cool Again song literally inspired one of the lyrics in my Country Strong. Like, there's a line where Nick and I actually sing Country's Cool Again. It's really cool. I can't wait for you to hear it. But that was inspired by that because it's true. I know you feel so cool saying that part.
There's nothing new under the sun, and that's the art of storytelling and lyrics as well. Is you're trying to say a story that's probably said a million times. Like, for example, the theme love, but in a new way. But I do like those throwback lyrics as well. You know, like Anne-Marie did it with the Britney Spears thing, and just the throwback lyrics where it's sort of like, that sounds familiar, but where from? I was talking to country Kiwi artist Jenny Smith as well, who said that she literally was listening to a song and heard the two words crowded places, which inspired her song, Crowded Places. But it's just a bunch of mishmash of words, and then you just take it.
Yeah, and then something strikes, and you're like, that's something, and you go with it, and you got to take that idea and jot it down, and then grow it from there. Country is cool again, 100%. But
I'm hoping 10 years from now, Skrillex will remix that little sample, Country's Cool Again, from Steffany Beck, and make it this, like, Tomorrowland anthem. Maybe, who knows?
Stranger things have happened, that's for sure.
We've spoken enough. What would Dolly do as your second track? Then we're going to announce the brand new song that I've been excited for since its release, and hopefully we'll get it to some new ears. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
You'll listen to Kiwiradio.nz, here with you tonight, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. New Zealand time.
She's too young to know what she wants. Dumb blonde, her look so tough. That syndrome makes her think she can pull herself a seat at the table. Oh no. Lungs start sweating, breathing all the air, and afraid to shake their hands. Crisscross, tick-tock, automatic response. Am I gonna fight or fly with my back against the wall? The scared little girl gets smaller. No one hears her, no one sees her. Inside saying, what would Dolly do? Put yourself in her shiny shoes. Rhyme so sparkle more than anyone in the room. And what would Dolly do? Working 9 to 5 is no time to queue. Paving away Dolly and the country road. Now that's what Dolly would do. Oh, my tongue-tied, think I need an alibi, 'cause things are really heating up. Take everything I'm worth, putting my back against the wall. The scared little girl gets smaller. No one hears her, no one sees her. That little voice inside saying, what would Dolly do? Tell Jolene, hands off my dude. Can't have my man, get your own cowboy boots. What would Dolly do? 2 doors down, get on the move. Singing in loud, been the way you should. Now that's what Dolly would do. Yeah, that's what Dolly would do. I'm more than anyone in the room.
You're listening to Kiwi Radio, and that is the wonderful Steffany Beck. What would Dolly do? And
So catchy.
I was. You can't see my feet. Are you still watching the Peeping Tom camera? Okay, you can't
I'm
see
watching
my feet,
you.
but I was like doing the yeehaw kind of thing. You know, it was fun. I like that.
It sounds like this is where you need the hat, mate.
Yeah, I really.
So
I
you
don't
swing it
know if
around.
it's just because I've crossed the old man era. You know, like I've just from middleman to old man. Oh, I'm not that old, but you know, like I don't know. And country's not really an age thing either. You know, so. But yeah.
No, not anymore. It's open to all genres and all ages and everyone now.
Now,
which is cool.
I want to ask you actually, what have your audiences been like of late? And have you done any all ages shows?
Yes, I have actually. I have had quite a wide variety of fan base of like all ages and shows as well. So, for instance, like I've had a few shows that are all ages because I think it's fun to be able to do community events and that all the family can go and enjoy like with their kids and stuff and just have a good time together.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the age to me. It's
That's why
like, you know.
There's not many artists that I know that do like a CD in-store CD performance when I went to see you.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm a family man. I was like, you know what? I like a midday concert.
Yeah, why not?
So,
me too. And also, like, you go
fun.
about your day and do the rest of the day, you know? So it doesn't always have to be late at night.
It was really a fun memory seeing you guys. And I have to say, you know, I'm a big as well. Like, he's
great.
He's the Brian May of the band, literally. So my next question I wanted to ask, and I don't know if I asked this the first time round, how did you two actually meet?
So it's kind of funny because I was playing with an all-girl band for a while. As in I had all female musicians playing in my band. So, yeah, so we didn't have a separate name or anything like that. And
did you have a Korean pop era?
No, I never had that one yet. Okay. But hey, life isn't, you know, there could still be time for that. Maybe
Sorry,
that'll be the next thing.
Interrupting your lovely stories. Carry on.
Oh no. We needed to find a new guitarist, and the drummer at the time was all like, "Oh, I know the perfect person who has the perfect sound for you." And I was like, "Oh wow, that's quite a statement to say." But she was right. He's been absolutely literally like dynamic duo. We've been working together since 2021. And literally he's kind of like my music ride or die. Like we do almost all things together. He's so great to work with. Totally can rely and trust on him, and like our families are friends and everything like that. And he's just a really good human, and he's so talented.
It's
and he knows how to translate. It is very rare synergy, and we just have so much fun performing, and we love writing songs, and it's really great. It's so great. I've been so blessed with the people that I've been able to come across with in my life. So he's one of them.
Your last comment, you were saying he's one of the few people that is able to translate, and then I cut you off. What were you going?
Oh, sorry. I'm he's really good at translating what it is I'm trying to say. Sometimes musically.
Okay.
So like for instance, I'm like do this thing and that thing, and he's like, here you go. And I'm just and I'm like, okay, cool, he's got it.
Okay, cool. What's next for you guys other than of course we should plug it again because it is a big gig. So it's Go Live.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's Christchurch. Yes. And where can people buy tickets? Give us the plug.
Yeah, so Ticketmaster.co.nz, and tickets are actually pretty affordable. It's only $35, and you get to see 20 different bands in the Christchurch Town Hall. It's insane. It's such an amazing festival. It's like the best one in winter, I reckon, in New Zealand. It's going to be great. I've got the full band. So
awesome. For anyone that wants to hear Country Strong live, what time's your set?
Oh, I wish I knew the answer to that one.
Okay.
I don't yet. It's still a little early
It's a
days, but
raffle.
I'll keep you in the loop.
When
It
you're on the
is at this stage.
green room, they're going to be like, right, raffle, guys.
Oh no, no! First come, first serve.
You're first.
No. They will definitely let us know ahead of time, but obviously we still have like a
is-
couple months.
I was going to say it's a wee while away, but I'm glad we're doing all the hype now because,
Oh
sometimes
yeah, because
those best concerts are the ones that you plug months in advance, right? Because people got to know about it.
definitely.
People got to know about
Oh,
it.
and also with all the hype right now with Country Strong as well, like it was being on TV, being on Seven
Yes.
Sharp, like it's just all everywhere at the moment. So
Your
you
Country
got to build
Strong,
that hype.
your Country Strong push is literally getting at least 2 or 3 plays a day, and on top, adverts a day for you. So
Wow.
we're getting 150 to 600 listeners each day now, which is for me really crazy. I know we're a small station, but those are big
That's
numbers.
amazing.
Those are big numbers for me. So I want to say thank you
It
to them.
is. Yeah, thank you so much for everyone who listened. Because, like as you said, for us independent artists, as well as the station, which is amazing that supports indie artists, like every listener, every stream, comment, like it just makes all the difference for us, and we get to do what we love because of you guys, the listeners.
Yeah,
So thank you guys so
It's up
much.
to everyone there that's listening in. But I think the music speaks for itself, right? So when you present a piece of music to someone, that it might just pass their radar, but I don't know, it's that Country Strong for me, and I've said it time and time again. It's just such a good song. And I'm glad
Oh, fanboy.
I'm
Love
fanboying
it.
right now. I love, and I do love. You're still on YouTube, by the way, Steph? You're still on there?
Oh yes, I am.
do love the
Yes.
CD right here, Pillars, which I'll tell you, I like all of them. So it's got Fire with Fire, Foot Down, the first track that you heard is on there. What Would Dolly Do, the second track you heard, Star-Crossed Lovers, and Carpenter's Daughter. Now, if you want to hear the stories about some of those songs, we do have another episode that we did with Steffany in the archives page. But today we're all about the new
Country
song
Strong.
that's
Woo.
putting you in a lot of people's radar, including ours. And I just want to play this again if that's possible. By the way, shout outs to Musician Buddy app for sponsoring today's show. And they've been a really good collaborator, but check this out.
This is Steffany Beck.
Kiwiradio.nz.
Hey guys, this is Steffany Beck.
Country Strong says it all, and it's burning.
Country Strong by Steffany Beck is brand new and playing on high rotation at Kiwi Radio. Steffany Beck is a country pop singer-songwriter from New Zealand. Find all things music on her Instagram, Spotify and Linktree as Steffany_Beck.
Sing it proud, country's cool again. Ride it hard.
Yep, there we go. So we're going to play It's Time to Unveil. It's time to unveil the brand new song for anyone that hasn't heard it. Give us a 1-minute story of who's the weirdest person other than Steve Guest that have reached out to you since the release of the song.
Ooh,
Weird is
that-
such
oh,
a
you put-
is such
you
a
put-
loaded word.
Well, you've put me on the spot there. Well, I guess pretty cool that Women's Weekly has reached out and wanted to do an article,
was
which
gonna
is awesome.
say.
So,
I
so
knew
that's
that was
now
the answer
out.
because I just wanted
Yeah,
to.
you led me right to it. Horse to the trough. Yes,
But that's cool,
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
you're now in Women's Weekly. How's that been for you?
Insane. It was so cute. I've had so many fans say like, "Oh my gosh, now you've totally made it since you made it into the most iconic, well-read women's magazine in all of New Zealand."
It is.
So,
It really is.
holy
It's
Toledo,
It's
guys!
a huge publication. What
It's
was the
massive.
angle of the story? Can you say? Because I haven't bought a
Yes.
Women's Weekly ever.
Oh, fair enough. Well, because it's obviously like a little bit more kind of like gossipy, wanting to know about family life and all that kind of stuff. But the angle was obviously entering into Dolly Parton's camp, and also they wanted to know a lot about, my family, my parents, and Carpenter's Daughter, which is on the Pillars EP, and that song, and how I wrote that for my dad, who actually passed away in an accident about 12 years ago on Monday, on
I'm so
King's
sorry.
birthday weekend. So
I
yeah,
didn't know that. sad.
Yeah, so that's what that song's actually about. So that song has been really special to lots of people. That's been a lot of people saying it's one of their favorite songs just because the heartfelt emotion about it. And we all lose someone, but it was kind of interesting that was the angle they wanted to go and was just highlighting the influence of a father. So that was cool. So that, and then also Dolly Parton. So you got the highs and the lows.
Tell me more about the influence of a father as a person that didn't grow up with a dad. That's me.
Right. Wow. Oh, mate, I'm sorry for that because my dad was actually like one of my bestest friends, and he was tone deaf. Couldn't sing. Literally
The
couldn't
best
sing a
kind of
note in
dad.
tune. I know, but
Did
he
he have
loved.
confidence? Because that's important.
Oh, he did. Oh, and he loved music so much, and he would always blare it and listen to it and sing at the top of his lungs. And our thing was whenever we were driving, because I'm come from America originally, so you drive a lot to get anywhere. And he'd be like, "Okay, what's this song? What's the name of the band? And what year did it come out?" And so I learned all about 80s, 90s music from my dad, and I just loved it. And that was kind of, I guess, the whole thing that sparked a lot of my love for music was from my dad, and he always encouraged me to write music and play guitar and be cool. And so,
you are cool, Steph.
he was great.
Honestly, you are. No, that's
thanks.
a nice story. It's a nice story to remember and honor the people that are really important to us.
Oh, it is.
And I didn't know
You never
these
forget
stories.
them.
I didn't know about you the first time around. I think the first time I was talking to you, it was like the icebreaker, right? So I kind of, but now I feel like through your music, I kind of know you, but I don't.
Yeah,
But through your music, I do.
You do, actually, because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and the songs
I feel like
are
that's
about
what every
me.
that's what every fanboy says. Hey, you're like, I listened to your record 3 times a day for 10 years, and it got me through this, and I feel like I know you. So there's going to be a lot of moments like that for you, I think.
But like that's beautiful though, because like, that's the thing with music. Like I hope that any music I put out there helps other people in whatever part of their life, or just lifts them up, whether it makes them want to dance, grab a hat, or just cry, or whatever.
Your
it's
music
going through life
wants
together.
me to grab a hat, one of those boots with the buckle things, and really
the spurs.
The spurs, yeah. I also want to buy a horse now for some reason. I don't know why. I took my.
Gosh, I'm with you.
I took my son to a
100%.
nearby field, and they had 3 horses, and it was the most. It was the loveliest day, and I think horses are just so majestic when you get up close, right? But
they are.
The spell broke when it farted. It was not nice.
They definitely have their moments, but like when you ride a horse, probably like I'll have to tell you guys real quick about the music video that I did for Country Strong, which is a wicked music video. You guys have to check it out. I actually learned how to ride a horse properly for this video, Western style. So I'm a real cowgirl now.
You're an actress.
And even I know, right? And I learned how to lasso. That's how I lassoed Nick, who was the cowboy in the music video.
You're
I know,
like Keanu,
right? So
from The Matrix, or one of those where they just learn to karate for years.
Yeah, method acting, exactly. So
I like that though, because it adds authenticity to. I mean, the art that you put out, and it is a really cool video. It's fun.
It is. I think I'll have to do like another cool thing in a music video, so it's an excuse to do something cool, like drive a tank or something.
Tank. The best.
Yeah, how cool would that be?
Such good music video ideas coming in my brain, but it's good. It's past, but I'm sure you're gonna have some lovely creative inspiration for new songs coming up. And speaking of that, by the way, is there any demos brewing? What you been doing?
Actually, I was in the recording studio last weekend, so I'm already working on the next bits. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. I've got a full EP coming out later on this year, and some very special further shows. So, yeah, it's just growing, everybody. It's getting bigger and bigger.
It's compounding. It's that compound interest, And Country Strong is definitely, for me, one of the ones where, I have a few artists in my radar, but then you're kind of like, okay, next level. You're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you. That's really kind of you to say.
Yeah. I think the secret to being a country star is to write a song about a famous country star musician, like you did Dolly Parton, and I'm just trying to remember. Is it Kaylee Bell?
Kaylee Bell did Keith Urban.
Keith Urban. So there you go for any inspiring country songwriters. Please write a song about Steffany Beck or the best podcaster in the business, Ralphie.
There you go. That's a great plug.
Now, Steph, have you heard my country song?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Do you have a country song?
I do, and I'm wondering how I play it now. So there we go. I do. It's called Paradise. Tell you what I'll do is after I hang up from your call, I'll play it from my phone because that's the only way I can think of doing it, and you'll have to hear it back. And that way you can't say mean things about me.
I would
you're like,
never do
that opening act really just.
Oh, I see. Here we go.
But
great.
See,
You're
again,
great. You're good.
I dug that EP I did maybe 10 years ago. Completely forgot about my countryside, and now I'm reimbursing. You're
reigniting it. It's being resurrected. So I think Country Strong has pulled the cowboy back out of you.
It sure has, Missy. Now, favorite country movie? If you have one.
You know what? It's only because it's on my radar of recently watched. I love Back to the Future, the third one.
Really? The third one when they go back to the why is that?
The 1800s, because it's so cool. The Back to the Future movies are so awesome. I just recently watched it and I just forgot how good it is.
It is. It's timeless.
It is timeless, but I'm sure there's so many other better answers, but that was the first one that came to mind. So good.
And I'm pretty sure you're good friends with Miranda Easton, who's also a country singer.
Oh, she's my best friend.
She's
we're
a
besties.
model for all these cars and stuff. If she comes across a DeLorean music video, hello.
Did you not know she owns a DeLorean?
No.
She, legitimately, she owns one. Yeah, I've seen it with my own eyes. Yeah.
Hold the phone. She owns a DeLorean.
Yes, she is so into Back to the Future.
I'm literally going to die right now. Miranda, hey, where's our ride? That's so cool. That is so fun. That is so cool.
That is so fun. It's cool. Very cool.
And what do you drive?
I would rather not say, but I'll just stick with a horse now. I just would rather commute on a horse.
You are doing one step better because my method of transport at most times is a bicycle. So,
that's good for your health, though. So there you go.
Yeah,
exercise.
I cycle everywhere, and so there we go. Anyways, enough about me or my past country stardom. Check out Ralphie Paradise. Soon to be opening for Steffany Beck. No, honestly, I'm not. I don't. I actually don't do gigs at all. I'd rather keep it to the professionals like yourself. I found my passion in podcasting. So if you do ever,
you're great at it. You're so good at it.
Thank you. Thanks for that. Why is that?
I think you're just so fun to talk to and so natural, and you just have the coolest questions, and you really know. Like as I said, I feel like we're old friends, just catching up.
This is fun.
We're
partying. It's all about that. Country Strong. Shall we play it?
Let's do it. We got to give it to them now. Give it to them.
And are you sticking around after this? After this, and I'll think about what you want to say to close with. We've got about 5 minutes of the show as well, so it won't be a long close. But I'm going to play the version where you did send us a voice memo, and it's really cool. Check it out. Country Strong, playing pretty much everywhere, taking country front stage again, thanks to Steffany Beck. It is the foot stomping, rock and rollin' new anthem from Steffany Beck, Country Strong.
Kiwiradio.nz. Hey guys, this is Steffany Beck, and you're listening to Country Strong, which is inspired by the phenomenal popularity of country music right now. So dust off your boots, grab your hats, and enjoy listening to Country Strong right here on Kiwiradio.nz.
Saddle up, the time's come, we're riding out, it's burning. Take your leave, grab your boots, shake them off like a rodeo. Growing back, roots and all that honky-tonk, it's burning. Come country strong says it all, and it's burning. Southern draw, really got a charm. Where we walk, Stetson says it all. Play the Tim McGraw, baby, turn it up. Ride it, been around from the very start. Swing it round like a vintage truck. Sing it proud, country's cool again. Ride it hard. Country strong. Tell them that we're country strong. Tough as nails, torn up jeans, can't be tamed, it's burning. Mama raised a warrior around the world. Cowgirl, country strong, says it all, and it's burning. Southern draw, really got a charm. Where we walk, Stetson says it all. Play the Tim McGraw, baby, turn it up. Ride it, been around from the very start. Swing it round like a vintage truck. Sing it proud, country's cool again. Ride it hard. Country strong. Tell them that we're country. Reason they call it a pickup truck. That's right. Southern draw, really got a charm. Where we walk, Stetson says it all. Play the Tim McGraw, baby, turn it up. Ride it, been around from the very start. Swing it round like a vintage truck. Sing it proud, country's cool again. Ride it hard. Strong. Tell them that we're country strong.
Kiwi Radio.
Country strong.
Oh, yes. Doesn't that make you feel lovely? Steffany Beck, congratulations for a wonderful year. Shout out to Nick Gerson there in the guitar. I have to say, I just heard this while I was listening to this track now. Is one of those guitarists that really thinks about everything, because you know that lick that goes do 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 do. It sounds like a horn of a truck. Did you know that?
I had not even thought of that. I just know that I liked it.
I reckon. So can you please ask him if he did that intentionally? Because
I will ask him. I'm curious now. What inspired that? Because we knew we needed to add something a little extra to the guitar bit down there. Actually, there is a little juicy thing that maybe you might be able to hear, or maybe not. But in the breakdown bit, when I say, there's a reason they call it a pickup truck.
Yes.
Let's ride. Then actually, very faintly, there's a car turning on the ignition. And revving up. I don't know if you can hear it, actually. It's really deep in there. Is it your car
or is it the DeLorean?
And no, it's neither. I don't know whose car it is, but it's in there. So
it's Foley.
Those are kind of some fun little things.
It's Foley. It's now we're going to do something fun. We usually do musical challenges.
Oh, okay.
Now you're going to be the judging panel, and this is going to probably be you in 10 years, by the way. You're going to be like X Factor judge and stuff. So you're part of the panel.
It all started here,
the
judging
Great
this.
American Songwriting Competition. Ralphie, as an old 60-year-old man, he's grown a beard because in his 40s he was listening to Steffany Beck, Country Strong, and turned himself around. Started drinking whiskey, and really just I don't drink, by the way. Really just. Really got into blues and country. So, anyways, I'm going to play you my country song, if that's okay. It's only 3 minutes. Don't worry about it.
I'd love to hear it. Let's hear it. Is
it's
this
called Paradise? Yes. Now, the music video is really interesting. Do you want to hear about it? So,
tell me about it.
The music video is about making choices in life and the forks on the road, right? So it was.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It was directed by James Atkins, who I made a few music videos with. And I came up with a concept saying, it would be really cool if a couple had had a fun outing, and they went to a fork on the road, and should they go left or right? Now, at one conclusion, a tragedy happens, a drowning, essentially. And the other one is they just have a lovely picnic, and he just kind of sculpts a bit of wine and kind of chokes on it. So check out that music video, because I think we all have forks on the road, and hopefully not as dramatic as that. But yeah, that's what it's about. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay,
all right.
Here we go.
It's good to have the context before you hear it.
And then if you can have a buzzer. No, don't. Let's play it before we...
turn the chair.
Before we get cancelled. Kiwiradio.nz. This is my original now, and it's a country song that I made called Paradise. I've learned my life lessons pretty well. Yes, I learned I've learned my life lessons pretty well. Yes, I learned and I mess up, but as well. I've been good to now. When on my own. Yes, I read my past few pages. I hope to breathe new words and not the norm. I'm in universe, so now I was on my way to paradise. I took a turn and relive it every night. It brings me tears to see cry. But that was then, when I was a squire. I'm new, so now I'm new to the world, so now I'm in make my way, but I need some company. Each day is its own unique diversity. Everyone looking for a new one to me. Instead I'll go home, thanks for some sleep. I keep awake to see if one comes over. I stay awake, and all I see is you. Guess I'm on my way to paradise. I'm on my way to paradise. I'm on my way to paradise. There you go. A bit of a personal delight with an original track by myself, Ralphie. Paradise, originally released in 2016. Steffany?
Wow. I wish I had a little applause button that I could push. Do you want to push it for yourself? There you go. That is well deserved, and I'm glad that you were able to push the button for yourself.
Okay. What?
I actually, from what I could hear, sorry, I couldn't tell. Was there some steel pedal in there, or some kind
I'm
of?
glad you asked, because we're storytelling.
Yes.
That's
Tell
one of
me
my
about
favorite stories of this song. Go back to
Mm.
YouTube, and see this little ebow, which is, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
something that you put in your guitar neck, and how it works is it vibrates the
Ah.
string. Coldplay use it. This is why I like it. So it vibrates the string with a piece of light. I don't know exactly how it works, but the interesting, fun story about the song is when I was recording it, I literally bought this on the day of the recording and became obsessed with it. So I was almost
So you learn how to use it on
I
the
was
spot.
learning it on the spot as we go, because I knew I listened to records like Coldplay's Parachutes, and found out that they use it a lot. So it's not a steel guitar; it's an ebow, and that's one of the stories I
Oh.
wanted to tell you. I'm glad you asked.
An ebow. That's so cool. I loved it. And I thought that really added, and I thought it was really cool how the song builded throughout. And then you had whistling in there. Like, that's just, you want me with the whistling.
Shout out to David Hazlitt, because he's the whistler and he's the guitarist in their song. And I gave him a demo, and my whistling sounds like this. Right? And he's like, nah, man. Because he's a session, like wedding singer session guy.
Oh, yeah.
And so he whistled on that track, actually. It was him whistling. And
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and this what was the second story I wanted to tell you? I've forgotten. But yeah,
about writing the song.
Yeah, about the writing the song. It was the ebow. I definitely wanted to say, but I've forgotten the other story that I had that was meant to add value to it. But yeah, so that's the song.
I can't wait to see the music. I can't wait to see the music video now. I'm gonna have to watch it once we hang up.
Once we hang up. Well, hey, thank you for that little listening thing there. And any other feedback?
I feel like a better person now having heard that song. I just feel it was just wholesome. It was good. I loved the rich tones of your voice. I was actually really blown away. It was really good.
I was trying to sound like Johnny Cash, basically. I
feel like that's definitely the vibe you were giving.
Because I've been listening to a lot of his albums when he sung to prisoners and stuff, and I was trying to sound like Johnny Cash. That was my impersonation. I remembered the other story I had with that song. So I bought a piece of a channel strip, which is something that you record your voice into before it goes into your computer recording system. And a wonderful, talented jazz musician called Nathan Haynes, which you may or may not have heard, I bought it off him, not realizing, and I got him to sign it. And one of the lyrics is a nod to Nathan Haynes, because he's got a song called Squire for Hire. It's a Squire for Hire, and it's like this female jazz singer with a house track in the back. And this is another example of taking one thing and creating something out of it. So the word squire appears in the song because of Squire for Hire. But I made it sound like I had to look up the word squire, by the way, which means young person or something. So I didn't even know what the word meant, but I just thought it sounded cool and something that you don't hear often in a song. So that was the other story I wanted to tell you, is a nod to Nathan Haynes, who's a jazz musician in New Zealand.
That's so cool. I love that. And in country music, you can literally tell any kind of story you want, which is kind of cool. So why not put Squire in there?
Squire. All right. Well, that is it. That's fun. Go check out Steffany live at Go Live. It's a couple of months away. But where can people find you, Steph, and say hello? Give us that plug, and then it's time to end the show.
Awesome. Well, guys, it's been so fun catching up with you again on Kiwi Radio. Thank you so much for listening. And you definitely want to stay tuned on my journey, because I'm just scratching the surface. So make sure you follow along on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, you name it. I'm there. And keep yourself posted and join the bandwagon. It's going to be a great ride. It's going to be a great year, 2025.
And 2026 awesome. as well. And the best website I can also plug is Linktree, linktr.ee/Steffany with 2 Fs, by the way, _Beck. Steffany Beck, it's been a pleasure to have you on the podcast once again, and I want to say thank you for everything you do for the scene, and I think you are definitely one of the rising stars of this year, and I want to say wish you the best.
Thank you so much, Ralphie. Really appreciate all your support. Thanks, guys. It's been so great.
I'll leave you to it, and that is Steffany Beck. See you later. Good night.
Good night.
And I hope to ride in their DeLorean one day, Miranda, if you're listening to this. And thank you, everyone. That is us. Now, that was a fun episode. Steffany's always such a nice person, very talented as well. So it's really great to have her back on the show. Maddie Lowe is going to be joining us next week. That is Maddie Lowe, plus a skew of other musicians, both over the phone and in person as well. Amelia Power is going to be doing an in-person set in studio. Now, she was a semi-finalist in the Timberland competition. There is literally 24 hours left in that competition where you can vote for one other friend of ours, a New Zealander, probably the only New Zealander representing in the entire thing. It's up to the semi-finals now, but go vote for Josh Slees, Instagram.com/@Josh Slees. Tell him that you heard this plug on Kiwi Radio. Hopefully he's in the top. He has to be first in this round, and he's currently number 2, sometimes floating 3. So he's up against the Americans. So it's David and Goliath style. And regardless of where he's at, he's going to be dropping a new tune at the end of the competition if he doesn't get through. Or if he does get through, he gets to record with Timberland. And I'm just going to say, just mentioned you on the podcast. There we go. Thank you so much for everyone joining in. And I hope to see you again next week. Until then, I want to say, please stay cool and stay creative. You're tuned into Kiwi Radio.